Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents, and what's going on, United fans? Currently watching the Bayern and the Werder Bremen game, but it's currently break time. But I thought I would make this video just to talk about, the possibility of Mason Greenwood, whether he should be allowed to play for United again. And let me just say this, man, as somebody who, is against domestic abuse and all that, and obviously what Mason Greenwood did, horrific, and, how were the charges dropped against him is puzzling to me, considering the amount of evidence that is out there, especially on social media. But, Mason Greenwood and his partner, I guess they are back together, and I guess they are expecting a kid if they already have one. I'm not sure, though, but that's what I've been hearing in the news a lot. And let me just say this, with United now facing a tough dilemma of whether or not they should allow Mason Greenwood to play for the club again, I personally think that United need to move on from Mason Greenwood, okay? If you want to know my honest opinion, the only reason why I think they are trying to keep him around is mainly because, just of United's just really terrible transfer strategy, especially in recent years and all that, especially when it comes to trying to sign a forward in the transfer window. That is currently United's biggest area of need, because if this was some average footballer, they would be dropped. But I guess, given Mason Greenwood's talent as a footballer, United feel the need to keep him around. But the way how I see it, man, I'm just wondering, is this going to get in the way of the club's success or no? Because here's the thing, man, even without Mason Greenwood, United, they've been doing fine. They've finished in the top four in the Premier League, even, without him in the starting 11. So the question right now is, does it really make sense for United to keep Mason Greenwood around? I mean, come on, he was, obviously given that whole domestic abuse incident, because obviously domestic abuse, hey, we got to call it out for what it is. It's a very terrible thing. And, with United, if they do let Mason Greenwood play for the club, I think it's going to send out a wrong message, okay? Let me just put it that way. I think it's going to send out a wrong message, which is why I personally think that Manchester United should do everything they can to move on from Mason Greenwood at this point. But, the only reason why Mason Greenwood, I guess, is getting a slap on the wrist when it comes to this type of stuff is because, like I said, man, of his abilities as a footballer, that United, I guess, feel the need to look past that and just look more at his talent. Even though, let's be honest here, I think that if United do let Mason Greenwood play for the club again, it's going to send out a wrong example, and it's going to just cause a lot of division among the club. And I think United are going to be then the target of a media frenzy, as how they call it, because you look at Manchester City, for example, with Mendy, even though he was found not guilty in a court, Manchester City, they still distanced themselves from Mendy, and I kind of feel like that's what probably would be the best option for United to do, is distance themselves from Mason Greenwood, especially if they care about ethics, morals as a club. It's like, if they do let him play with United again, then, like I said, man, I don't know if anything good is going to come out of this, because, like I said, we've already been doing fine without Mason Greenwood. So do we really feel the need to, to let him put on the United jersey again and have him feature in the starting 11? Like, do we really feel the need to do that? Because it's like, I'm pretty sure right now that with United currently, given the state they're in, they recently won their first game. But obviously, I still would love for them to go after a forward. But the only reason why I think they're sticking with Mason Greenwood is because, like I said, they have been really united when it comes to trying to sign a forward in the transfer window. It seems like United have been really incompetent when it comes to that. That's the only reason why I think they are considering giving Mason Greenwood a second chance. And I'm one of those people that thinks United should just move on and just sign a forward that's going to be able to help pair up with Rashford and all that stuff. Because it's like, hey, we've been doing fine without Greenwood. It's like, do we really need that extra distraction with the club? Because I don't think we need it. So that's all I have to say. See ya.